All right, you guys, it is patch day. The brand new update is out now, and we all know the patch notes are going to take some time to actually pop up. So while my game is updating, I want to go ahead and tell you, remove your mods folder, remove your tray folder, remove your saves, honestly, back up all of it because there's a lot that's going to break here. And so much so that the Sims team has actually put out a warning yesterday. They tweeted on the direct communications account, as well as on the official EA account, that you are going to want to back up your game before downloading the Sims 4 update, and they even include an article that tells you how to do so. So if you don't know how to back up your files or what to back up, I'm going to have an article linked down below in the description that will tell you exactly how to do that. All right, it's finishing up. So before the patch notes come, because it's likely going to be about an hour, it usually takes them a while to make sure that the update is pushed out everywhere before they post the patch notes. We're going to dive into the game now and just start checking out some of this new free stuff that has been added. So the first thing that I want to do, of course, is head into the music section and check off the save for streaming option. I can't believe it's taken them this long to add something like this into The Sims 4, but wow, I actually feel more inclined to actually stream this game now. Maybe I'll do some Let's Plays and stuff live on YouTube, or maybe even some reviews. I just love the music in game so much, and I hate always having to turn it off, so it's nice that it's only going to play music that is safe for streaming. And then of course, if there is music that isn't so safe, it's going to disable it entirely all on its own. So if you're a streamer, if you're a YouTuber, I would definitely recommend checking off this box. All right, so the next thing that I want to explore is the new copy and paste feature in Create a Sim. This damn shop button icon needs to go away. I am tired. I am so tired. Stop. We think you'll like. I'm not giving you my money, so y'all can suck my dick. All right, so let's test out this new copy and paste feature. I am so excited. Oh my gosh, there's so much that I want to look at. There's also a brand new hairstyle with the base game that I want to go over. This is the collaboration with Dark and Lovely. I was seeing so much shit on Twitter about this, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The hairstyle looks good. It's detailed. Like, there were so many just like racist comments and microaggressions directed at this hair. I seriously don't know what people are talking about. This looks so good. Like, look at how detailed it is. So there are two swatches for this hairstyle. You're going to have your solid colors and you're going to have your ombres. These look really good, honestly. Wow. We definitely need more collaborative things in the game, especially cast stuff. So the next thing that I want to check out is the brand new copy and paste feature. That is, of course, with the brand new eyelashes category. So here are our eyelashes. Oh, I just kind of wish they took off the original eyelashes from the eyes, because I think they're just going on top of them. They are. You can see, look, the original eyelashes there. And then when you add these, it just puts 2 layers of them. I'm guessing you could always just select an eye that doesn't have an eyelash in the face category, but they should have still made a way to where that would remove that, you know? I think it still looks nice, especially from the front. I'm actually really happy with the way they look. I know that a lot of people are kind of feeling weird about them. Some people say I don't like the way they look, they're too cartoony, but also at the same token, this is The Sims 4. You know, the whole theme and aesthetic is Max's match. So I'm not really surprised that they look like this, because I feel like they perfectly fit the art style of the game. We're gonna go ahead and put on an absolutely hideous makeup look for her. It honestly may end up not even being too hideous when all is said and done. Shit, we'll even throw some face paint on. No, we won't. There we go. Let's do this. How about this? We're gonna use our copy and paste button. Oh, that's so easy. So if you just press it, it's gonna automatically apply it to every category. Okay, but if you press the 3 dots, you can actually choose which one. So everyday formal, we'll just do all of them. You hit apply and boom. So now when you go over, you have your different outfits fit the same makeup look. Okay, Sims team, I like that. I like that. I like that. So now we have romantic boundaries in cast. Determine your Sims' romantic boundaries by customizing them in the Sim customization panel. Romantic boundaries control the factors that make Sims become jealous, and if their jealousy triggers can change. I love how this is included in the base game. Like, let's go. The Sim feels jealous if any romantic partner engages in non-physical romance with your Sim. The Sim feels jealous if any romantic partner engages in physical romance. The Sim feels jealous if any romantic partner engages in woohoo with other Sims, and this Sim's jealousy triggers can change by talking about it with other Sims. So we're gonna keep all of those on yes here. And of course, we still have our sexual orientation tab, our gender tab. They're just gonna keep adding more tabs with more expansion packs. It's obvious at this point that they're just going to continue expanding on this. Though I feel like the expansion packs will trigger the new tabs. These new tabs will actually be base game because obviously all of these here are base game compatible. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to jump out of cast. Let's just name her Jeanette Blevins. We'll change her pronouns to she and her. We'll apply this. Oh, we gotta choose an aspiration. Beautiful. Okay, let's just choose something random here and choose a bunch of traits because we're just jumping straight into live mode. And the reason why, we're gonna check out the curved pools, which I'm so excited about. I heard that there were some visual glitches with them, which is disappointing to hear. Oh, it's gotta be summertime, baby, if we're gonna be swimming. We will jump into Oasis Springs and we will choose one of these starter homes. Well, we're gonna need some space to build a pool, so we will choose a sand trap flat furnished, baby. Yeah, so I have a pretty dirty mind, but my first thought is to make a dick-shaped pool. It might not end up even being that good, but let's do it. Okay, that was an attempt. It's definitely not very good, but it was quite the attempt. I just think it's cool that we can actually do this now. Like, I'm kind of surprised it's taken this long to get curved pools in the game. I thought that that would have been something that they would have introduced years ago, but it's so nice finally seeing this. I'm actually really excited for the expansion pack now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Some of the early access content really got me. Like, this is actually really gonna change gameplay. We can't also forget some of the actual gameplay settings as well, like allow romantic invites and requests that you can now check or uncheck, allow friendly invites and requests. There's even a third one that I am not seeing here, but there's supposed to be a checkbox for allow automatic breakups as well. My game is updated, so that's kind of strange. So in configuring neighborhood stories in the manage world screen, there are now going to be two new options: romance changes and friendship changes. That is, of course, if you enable neighborhood stories. I'm really shocked that they even went back to this. I thought they were going to abandon this. I am not gonna lie, but I hope we still continue to see this system expanded upon in the future. So that's everything that I wanted to explore in game. We're gonna jump over to the patch notes now. They should be coming out momentarily, and we're going to go over everything that's coming, and that includes every single bug fix for this pack as well. All right, the patch notes are here, and this one is a big one, so we're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna jump straight into this, guys.
What's new in The Sims 4? All for love. Romantic boundaries. Real-life relationships are nuanced and complex. Romantic boundaries bring some of that into The Sims 4 by enabling you to define the conditions under which your Sims become jealous. These live in create a Sim alongside the gender and sexual orientation options in the identity panel, and you can change them at any point in time. Does your Sim become jealous from non-physical romance? Non-physical romance consists of social interactions that do not involve physical touch. Examples: flirting and complimenting appearance. Does your Sim become jealous from physical romance? Physical romance consists of socials that do involve physical touch. Examples: kissing and holding hands. Does your Sim become jealous from woohoo? This applies to woohoo for young adults and older and mess around for teens.
Oh my gosh, it applies for mess around for the teens? I don't remember hearing about that at all up until this point. That's freaking awesome. Let's go.
Sim open to changing the factors that cause them to become jealous. Yes means the Sim can be asked in live mode to reconsider their feelings surrounding jealousy for the settings above. The defaults for all of these will be yes for Sims in your existing games, so that you can be the one to decide if you want different behavior. New Sims that the game makes can run the spectrum.
We love
Hiding
that.
relationships. As your Sims are dating or simply going about their daily lives, their relationship panel will accumulate more and more Sims. Tired of it being cluttered with random Sims that you met once and have no desire to meet again? Or have an ex that you want to scrub from your contacts? Now you can remove those Sims who are not members of your household by selecting them in the relationship panel and selecting Hide Relationship. Make room for the Sims who really matter.
This is such a small feature, but such a big feature at the same exact time. This is game changing, literally. Even if it's a Sim you have a really good relationship with or even a really bad relationship with, as long as the relationship is strong, I guess, in any way, you still have the ability to completely hide it. Love that.
Neutral relationship names. The language for Sims relationships now is more neutral to be more inclusive. Husband/wife, spouse. Fiancé/fiancé, engaged. Boyfriend/girlfriend, partner. One place where you can see this is in Create a Sim. Select the Identity button. It looks like 3 dots, and go to the Household Relationships panel. Partner status. Previously, the partner's relationship could only be established through gameplay. Now you can set it within Create a Sim between 2 Sims in your household.
This is a really good change too. We've been asking for that for a pretty long time, so that's nice.
Create a Sim. Eyelashes. Eyelashes now have their own category. As you all know, some eye shapes have eyelashes as part of them. Now, Sims can have separate eyelashes applied independently from the shape of the eye. And since they are in their own category, they also are compatible with other accessories such as glasses and piercings. The base game includes 2 styles of lashes for a more dramatic look for your Sims. Seriously, it's for everyone, for free, today, right now.
They said, yeah, it's happening. Buki, update your game and play it. It's free for everyone. Yeah, so it's still going to apply the eyelashes over top of the existing eyelash if you have an eye preset that has an eyelash. I know that sounded like word salad, but you get what I'm saying, okay? So if you have an eye preset that has an eyelash, it's basically just going to double up on it. It's not going to remove the original eyelash, but we have the option now to at least put them on eye presets that don't have eyelashes, right? And also they're separate and they're going to combine with makeup, glasses, piercings, all of that stuff. So we gotta love it. We really do.
Apply to all outfits button. The days of manually finding and selecting the same accessory, makeup, hat, hair, top, bottom, full body outfit, or footwear for each outfit are gone. Now you can hit this single button to apply the item to every outfit at once. Love that makeup look you just perfected in your Sims everyday style? Now you can apply it to multiple categories. Found the perfect pair of pants for your party outfit, but applied it to everyday by accident? You can also select specific categories to copy to as well. This works on all ages and with all types of occult Sims. We can't believe it either. Is today the best day ever?
No, it kinda is.
Currently, the Apply All button adds the selected item to your Sims outfits. It does not remove outfit pieces, only adds or replaces.
Okay, so is that basically them saying in the future maybe we can expand on that and make the Apply All button also a Remove All button? Because that would be pretty cool if you've applied glasses to all outfits, but then you select the glasses and then you hit Remove From and then you select the outfits. And it does the same thing it does when applying, but just in reverse. I think that could easily be coded in, but also I'm not a game developer, so I don't want to speak on that. But maybe we might see something like that in the future.
We look forward to any feedback you might have on this new feature, so we can continue to improve it to meet your CAS needs in future releases. Updated hairstyles. Is that a new hairstyle, or are you just happy to see me? Yes, we are happy to see you, and yes, it is new hair.
So we did get new hair other than the dark and lovely. I don't know why I didn't know that. I would have checked that out, but these look nice here in these screenshots.
Dark and lovely hairstyle partnership. And there's even more hair. Part 2 of The Sims 4 collaboration with Dark and Lovely arrives in this update with 2 color variants of the new lock braids. French tips, coffin nails, and neutral palettes.
We also got new nails too, and I completely forgot about those.
We're excited to bring more nail styles and color palettes. There are new designs for French tips and coffin nails to add flair to your fingertips. We've also added more color palettes for everyone to express themselves more freely. A whole new series of nude nails is also available to provide an extensive selection to match natural nail beds.
Wow, oh my gosh. They kind of added a lot with this here. Wow. This is a good update, guys. This is one of the best updates we've received in a very long time, actually. And of course, we have our curved pools.
Now your pools can have rounded corners. Curved pools work like curved walls. Place a corner piece and adjust the sides. Mix and match with regular corners. Let your imagination run wild. There also is a new pool light, oblong wall light, that works perfectly on curved pool walls.
They gave us a new pool light too? Okay. All right, live mode.
Live mode, relationship interactions, a new relationship. Category in the interaction menu now contains actions across the base game and a number of packs that directly relate to relationship status, such as ask to join household or become best friends. Safe music streaming. The music section of game options now has a safe for steaming toggle to play only the music that is safe for streaming The Sims 4. When this is checked, you don't have to worry about your stream or video running into music copyright issues. We'll be adding more music with streaming-friendly licensing as time goes on.
Not the typo, but yeah, that's one of the surprises for me today with this update. I'm not gonna lie, learning about that in the stream, that kind of sent me. Much needed for our content creators.
Neighborhood Stories now has 2 new options within Manage Households: friendship changes and romance changes. This enables Sims in other households to start and end those types of relationships on their own. You can use the mailbox each day to check recent neighborhood stories for news such as Sims your household knows becoming best friends, breaking up, or getting back together. We gave a new coat of paint to improve the usability of that panel that appears at the top of the screen when your active Sim is in a conversation. Did you know you can do all these things with it? Select the Sims portraits to see their mood, their relationship levels, regular and romantic, with your Sim. Select the book icon to see that Sim sentiment with your Sim.
Oh my gosh, the bug fixes, guys. Base game and multi-pack. What? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right, let's get into it, guys.
Bug fixes. Base game / multipack. Top fixes. Toddlers now receive top-notch and happy reward traits after reaching the required skill levels. Leave no toddler behind. Stair railings no longer disappear when one tile is placed next to a one-tile room. When Sims change their mind about how they are walking to somewhere, they no longer teleport to their final destination. Sims who are not part of the date interrupt conversations less often. Buzz off, bub. Sims no longer receive a breakup, while when they have a high romantic relationship with that Sim. When leaving Create a Sim, the makeup sliders now maintain their settings.
Thank God.
Fingernails no longer are warped for male Sims with a female frame and vice versa. The same goes for nails with various outfits. Several nose rings now fit properly, pierced to your heart's content. We smoothed out the frame rate stuttering that sometimes occurred a few minutes after launching the game.
Yes,
Live
thank
mode.
you, God.
Sims in a relationship will no longer receive unsolicited autonomous flirtations from other Sims unless they have the non-committal trait. Of course, Sims will dance if the radio is turned on and playing music, but they'll save their dance moves if the radio is turned off. Enchanting and flirty interactions are now only available for Sims who are compatible with the active Sims orientation. Married Sims no longer receive a wanna flirt with Sims who are not their spouse. Teen Sims will no longer feel jealous around a previous teen romantic partner who has become a young adult. Jealousy was getting ahead of itself. Those jealousy buffs were wrongly calling an engaged Sim a spouse. We've calmed things down and fixed the mix-up. Upon learning a Sim's woo interest and opening their Sim profile, the The sim profile will no longer say no one, even when the sim has a woohoo interest in men/women. The knowledge of a sim's sexual orientation and their sim profile will now remove outdated information when that sim changes their sexual orientation in Create a Sim. The need for fun won't stop a sim from enjoying their meal. They'll finish eating before fulfilling their fun needs. When multitasking 2 books being read, the sim will no longer skip the first book. Now they will read it, put it away, and then go for the second book. Make a Move now is available between sims whose marriage was established in Create a Sim. If a sim is rejected after asking another sim on a date, a notification will be given on why they were turned down. Ghost sims are now available for Ask on Date. From the relationship panel, both the host sim and the sim's date can contribute to the main date goal with one another. Before, only the host sim could accomplish the goal. If a sim heads off to work or school during an event, the event will come to an end. Duty calls. Planning a stay over during an event at the sim's home will bring the event to a successful close. Time to kick back and relax. If a discovery quest appears during an event, the event progress bar will not reset if the discovery quest is canceled. If a discovery quest appears during an event that has goals and rewards, your sims now keep their event titles and the progress remains visible. Sims will be able to ask on date without the need for romantic relationship. That won't stop sims from rejecting the date proposal if things are off though. When planning an event, the plumb bob will appear next to the venue choices when scrolling through the available locations. When planning an event, the selected venue will appear at the top of the selection list if you navigate away and then back to the venue selection. When planning an event, sims that are pre-selected will now count as a single entry rather than not being counted. When planning an event on console, the tooltip will now inform that a sim is being changed from a guest to a hired role. Additionally, a tooltip will appear if the sim being hired for a role has work scheduled during the event. When planning an event on console, the location image will not appear in the description section of the planning page. Just the description text will appear. When setting up an event, the checkmark for each phase, such as Invite Sims, now is on the right side of the button for easier reading. A sim now can learn about another sim's financial status when they get to know that sim. Lips are synced so that sims making out keep their lips on their kissing partner. No more awkwardly talking mid-kiss. When sims get steamy in the shower from Woohoo, music now jazzes up the moment. Sims in more restrictive costumes now kneel instead of sitting cross-legged. Sims wearing the hot dog costume will not intersect with their knees while kneeling on the ground. Skinny dip with no longer is available on pools when no other sims are nearby. The complete text for a joke falling flat now appears on failed comedy and funny socials, rather than getting cut off in the pop-up. Mugs and tumblers fit better in Sims' hands now. Music will continue to play in live mode even if next song is selected while the game is paused. The highlight for newly acquired sentiments that appears around a Sim's portrait in the relationship panel is removed once the Sim profile is opened. Unavailable actions in the interaction menu are easier to read now. Icons appearing with the music note have been fixed and are now playing in the right direction. The text of phone call pop-ups now fills the space better. Shadows no longer are checkered for some platforms. Placing a lot from the gallery no longer changes the color of the world on some platforms while the lot is building. Pressing Alt+Tab in full screen mode on Windows now opens the task switcher for computers with DirectX 11. Some interactions related to Sims being affectionate, sleeping in bed, reading books, going to other locations, and asking Sims on dates are more performant. Answering incoming text messages works with both control method types on console, hovering or snapping the cursor. The correct venue is highlighted in the venue selection when planning an event from a Sims home lot on console.
Wow, okay, one thing that I really wanted to say through all of that, honestly, I did not want to stop because it was a lot. This was a lot for live mode. Holy shit, literally. Do you guys notice how with the patch notes on this specific patch, they're not doing their usual making jokey jokes, inflating these lines cutscenes and making them 5 times longer than they need to be. Like, they know this patch means business, so they probably are like, okay, we just need to get to the point and say exactly what we need to say. No little jokey jokes hidden in here or there. No, none of that. Straight to the point, as it should be with every patch. Also, I just find it very distasteful how they constantly make jokes about a lot of these bugs that shouldn't even be bugs in the first place. I know they say you need to lighten up. They're just making fun out of a shitty situation, and I can understand that, but it's like, we're at a point with this game where we are frustrated that we are paying all of this money and our game is not working properly. We don't want to hear your little jokes. Save that shit. Like, that's the point that we were at. So I'm happy that with this patch, they've completely ditched that. Let's get straight to the point. We're saying exactly what's broke, exactly what's being fixed, and then moving on to the next thing. I really, really like these patch notes. This is an amazing patch.
Build mode. Cellar stair trim no longer extrudes down to the basement floor when the basement floor is removed. Walls directly under stairs now properly cut away in Walls cutaway view. All mega double doors. Swatches now include transparent glass. Bar backs are included in the bars, and when building pools, rotate and copy no longer increase the cost of the pool.
Sounds like she completely gave up there with that last line, didn't even bother reading it. But large curved walls now can be placed on large curved platforms.
Create a sim. The ability to customize toddler toenails has returned. Look at those cute, colorful toesies. Fingernails no longer clip through the gloves of full-body outfits. French tip nails have been manicured to no longer intersect with fingers. Hair texture no longer changes when the tank top is applied to a female sim. The simoleons thrown by sims with the materialistic trait in Create a Sim now catch a little more air. Gotta show off the bucks with a bang. The contrast and font color have been improved for better readability in the styled look section of Create a Sim.
Okay, good fixes, good fixes. We haven't even gotten onto the freaking packs yet, guys. That's what's crazy. I feel like we've just had so much. We haven't even touched the packs yet.
Gallery server. Viewing creations from followers should return results more quickly. Internet speeds allowing, so you can get straight into browsing all of their shared creations. Blocked players no longer show up in the gallery searches. Simmers on PlayStation and Xbox can see their profile showcase uploads in the gallery again.
Cool. All right, so we're going on to packs now, guys. It feels like the longer this goes on, the bigger they get. There's a lot for Horse Ranch. There's a lot for the For Rent expansion pack, which honestly, we really freaking need. There even seems to be a lot for Dine Out and My Wedding Stories, which are also much needed. This is a really good patch. Holy shit, Sims team, you guys snapped with this one.
Get to work. Scheduling events from the calendar while in Sixum no longer is available. Seems like there's no signal here. Posing for a picture will look fabulous without creepy zombie teeth cutting into your face. Get together. Closets built into walls once again allow your Sims to woohoo and try for baby. Get together indeed. Sims will no longer ignore your desire to make out with. When using the Get Together closets, Perfect Size Closet, Squaring It Square, and Fashionista's Closet.
Of course,
pronouns on the notification for acquiring the dance skill and asking about another sim are now correct. City living, rounded decks, walls, platforms, pools, and fountains can now be placed in apartments in San Myshuno. A sim without the cat lover trait, who is watching the sky from the picnic table with another sim who has that trait, will not spontaneously stare elsewhere besides their partner and the sky. A sim with the cat lover trait will no longer slide in animations when sitting close with another sim. Interactions for collecting cat and dog hair piles are more performant. Every follicle counts. Sim clothes will no longer remain on when entering sim tattoo mode in Create a Sim after using paint mode seasons. Sims now can use indoor pools even when the weather is freezing. They can be directed to use outdoor pools, but won't do so on their own. Flower Bunny and Patchy the Scarecrow now are off the market for dates. Ain't That a Slate toilet now has the appropriate two-tone swatch color. When planning a holiday, All traditions will correctly appear as selected when multiple are selected quickly. Get famous. The colors of the male full-body trench coat no longer automatically change when paired with tall boots. Discover university. Professors no longer run away when attempting to take them on a date. Cottage living. Foxes will no longer appear and manage households. Those foxes were sneaking in somewhere they didn't belong. Finchwick Fair submissions now properly return to Sims inventory or to their household inventory after the fair is over. Stealing is bad. Finchwick. High school years. Teen Sims can now complete their aspiration goal by using the Ask About College parties, phone interaction with other teens, and then sneak out through an openable window. If acne is disabled in the game options, it will not appear on Sims in live mode. The correct icons now appear in the action queue for Admire Courage, Moving Too Fast, and Talk About Marriage, rather than just showing the Sim's face. The social bunny icon now looks more social instead of romantic. Once a teen Sim becomes a young adult, the Ask a Crush Out and Chat with a Crush wants are no longer available. The light is back in Sims' eyes with certain hairstyles. Talk About Marriage now appears in the small talk section of the interaction pie menu and won't always surface to the main pie menu interactions. Benchmark Seating's preview image now is pink when viewing the pink swatch. I can't blame it. Blue's a great color.
There are so many really small details, really small things that they fix. I wonder if those were just a lot easier for them, and that's why there's so many of them.
Growing together. Even if two Sims have amazing compatibility, romantic interactions won't always be successful. Hottie Herringbone Wall and floor tiles color swatch for the gray version now matches instead of being black. Don't mind it. It was just going through an emo phase.
Bye.
Teen Sims will only have memories of first mess around and will not confuse this with first woohoo. Teens will have to wait for adulthood for that. Photo booth pictures will now fit nice and snug inside the hodgepodge photo collage frames. The social compatibility icon has been improved in the relationship panel to better represent compatibility. Horse Ranch. If a Sim leaves a conversation while mounted, they no longer blather on indefinitely. Chestnut Ridge now shows its attractions when considering it for a vacation. The tourism board wants you to visit for Dread Horse Caverns, its rare fishing spots, and, of course, the horseback riding. Ask About Getting a Horse now shows the friendly interaction icon in the action queue rather than showing the horse trainer's face. Up to 8 Sims can enter the Equestrian Center instead of just one to spectate competitions. Yeehaw. If the computer is broken, Sims now have to repair it before they can purchase or rescue a horse with it. Horses move more smoothly and navigate more directly at fast speed and ultra speed.
Good,
Horses
finally.
no longer teleport to their destination when trying to walk backwards in fast speed or ultra speed.
Thank
Foals
God.
turn around instead of sometimes going backwards to use objects.
Thank
Horses
God.
have lots of locomotion improvements. They travel more directly to their destination, slow down when going through gates, and stop more smoothly. They walk in and out of narrow spaces and gates, forwards and backwards, more deftly.
I want to check this
Moreover,
out now and just
autonomous
see.
horse movement is more performant. Sims on horses no longer socialize with Sims through walls.
Good
For
update
rent.
for Horse
Residential
Ranch.
rentals
Wow.
are now available for penthouse lots. We were waiting for residential rentals to high-rise to the occasion, and now they're ready to be built to your specifications. The name of the residential rental lot will stop reverting back to its default name. The amount of rent per day now can be set with a controller on console.
Good.
Households that do not use utilities such as power and water and owe zero simoleons will not receive messages that threaten utility shutoff. When the property owner is visiting a tenant unit on the same residential property, the Sim Picker specifies visit unit rather than displaying go home. Deleting and then undoing the deletion of a shared unit wall in a residential rental lot that has reached its maximum unit capacity will no longer cause issues with the create unit functionality. Visiting the property owner on the same residential property will no longer state that the property owner is not home. they can't escape meeting you now. Changing the name of the penthouse residential rental will also be reflected in the property management interface and the lot name headers. Sell residential rental is specifically used to avoid confusion with commercial businesses when selling residential property. All versions of Oh So Floral, Oh So Fancy Tile now are shiny. The rent shown now is correct based on the unit size and amenities. When renting a residential unit, a tooltip now specifies rent unit before confirming the rental, similar to renting an apartment. Tenants and property owners can now find each other in the business filter of the relationships panel. The ability to increase and decrease the panel height on console is now available for the owned business panel. The unit selection display for residential rentals in Manage Worlds now uses the D-pad instead of L1/R1, PlayStation, or linebacker/running back, Xbox, when changing floor level. Spa day. Short round nails look more natural and match the preview image. Dine out. Sims will drink and eat autonomously when they order both food and drinks at a restaurant. Previously, they would only drink. Sims no longer—
I can't concentrate. I'm sorry, this is why I love using this lady, because like, I'm so red. I'm more red than a tomato. But this is why I love using her, because sometimes she says the funniest shit. Like, why would you assume that that means line back and running back? Like, we're playing on Xbox, ma'am. Come on. I can't. Okay, so there was only one fix for Spa Day. Oh my gosh, that had me in shambles. And a little bit of stuff for Dine Out.
Longer get stuck when replacing a restaurant they are running with another from the gallery. Special non-playable Sims, like Michael Bell, are no longer available to be hired for restaurants. Neighborhood Sims now leave the restaurant after completing the eating of a grand meal and will no longer wait until the restaurant is closed. Wearing the respectable shirt and vest combo was cutting off circulation, causing a groove to appear around the Sims' fingers. The cuffs have since been loosened and the Sims' fingers are back to normal. Vampires. Occult rank status for non-household occult Sims can now be seen in the Sim profile. Star Wars. Journey to Batuu. For galactic safety, scheduling events from the calendar while in Batuu no longer is available.
Delete that
My
pack
Wedding
from
Stories.
existence, please.
Wedding cakes now note that only the Sim who plans the event can select the cake. Call Off the Wedding is available on both the Sim and the wedding arch while performing the vows. Never too late to call it off until it is. Sims who are hungry will not eat the wedding cake until instructed. Go eat something else. Sims who travel to Tartosa can now successfully get married to their partner at Town Hall.
Can you just
We heard that you
imagine?
wanted the option to plan a wedding with the base game wedding event even when you have My Wedding Stories. So Sims now can choose between plan wedding event from base game or plan customized wedding event from My Wedding Stories when they're ready to get married.
Can you guys just imagine you show up to a wedding and somebody just starts digging into the fucking cake? I'm sorry, I'm just picturing it in my head. Oh my goodness.
Sims now stand instead of sitting on the floor from Please Take Your Seats if there aren't enough chairs. Werewolves. The sweater, YMTop_GP12 sweater decal, no longer distorts at the arm for male Sims when viewing from a distance. Crystal creations. When a Sim wears jewelry crafted and charged with the fire opal crystal on a date, completing date goals will count 50% more towards the date score. Bust the Dust. The Filth Kills the Fun moodlet now has a unique icon all its own. Sims no longer get multiple negative dust moodlets at the same time.
They're still attempting to fix that kit? I thought they gave up with that shit a long time ago. Okay, we like to see it.
Industrial Loft. The preview image of the Johnny Zest Sweet Revenge sofa faces the same direction as the other couches in build mode. Urban Homage. The track pants are now correctly tagged as masculine. Riviera Retreat. All Riviera Retreat rocks are included in the rock category in build mode. Essence of Bergamot Planter now exists fully in this realm. It was semi-transparent before.
I am so happy I decided not to attempt to read all of that because I honestly think I probably would have passed out. With a normal patch notes, I usually feel like I have to pass out towards the end, but I knew with this one it wasn't gonna happen. It's just way too long, but I wanted to just go over everything so you can just listen in case you're driving somewhere or you're cooking dinner or you're cleaning or whatever. So I hope you were listening along to every single fix and change that is coming with this update. It was insane, especially for live mode. I am surprised that like high school years growing together in Horse Ranch and For Rent received so much. Those are definitely packs that really needed it. And you know, on top of that, all the new free stuff that we're receiving with the neighborhood stories, the safe music streaming, the relationship interactions menu in live mode, curved pulls. I don't know how I forgot about the French tips, the coffin nails, all of that new stuff, and even of course the new hairstyles. This was one of the best patches we've received in a long time. I would honestly even say in years. Best patch in years, hands down. Not just with the fixes, but also with all of the new free stuff that we received. The copy and paste feature, oh my gosh, a game changer. Hiding relationships, something small, but we've been needing that for a while. The romantic boundaries, come on, that's really good. Share your thoughts on this update down below. Are you guys going to be updating? Have you updated? If you haven't yet, back up all of your mods, your tray folder, your saves, all of that stuff. Please don't lose everything because this patch is going to break a lot. That is going to be it for me. Thank you guys for clicking and watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Take care and happy life simming. Bye guys.